Have you ever looked at a piece of content and wondered, is this real or AI generated? And what about using AI visuals to educate, inform, and build trust with the audience? That's what I'll be looking at. My name is Nagila, and I'm the founder and CEO of Tickbox. This is my behind-the-scenes series where I take you through the process of building an AI avatar, not just for fun, but to explore how synthetic media can be used responsibly in knowledge sharing and digital communication. Welcome to episode 1. Today we're diving into how I add signals and labels to my content, and the big question behind it: how can synthetic visuals be made trustworthy and truly fit for purpose in educational and user experience design? One of the key innovations helping us navigate the challenges of generative AI is the Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity, or C2PA. It's an open source standard widely adopted to label content as either human-made or synthetic, and to include creator details. At Tickbox, we've extended it further and incorporated licensing information as well. It's interesting to note that the BBC, New York Times, and Adobe are founding members of the C2PA initiative, and this makes perfect sense. For trusted news organizations, making a distinction between real and fake is essential. Indeed, there are numerous elections now where we've seen deepfakes and misinformation influence the behavior of the voting public, and this is a very big concern. So, maintaining public trust is incredibly important. The C2PA standard allows people to verify the provenance or the origin of content such as photos and videos, and see a record of any changes made along the way. And it's not just news media using this. Publicists are among the organizations adopting the standard to label real content they produce. Major hardware manufacturers like Sony and Nikon, along with leading mobile phone manufacturers, are integrating C2PA into their devices. Some generative AI platforms, including OpenAI, now support it too. This means content can be labeled as human or AI generated at the point of creation. If edited later on with software like Photoshop, which also supports C2PA, the edit history will be preserved. On platforms like LinkedIn, viewers will see a CR pin in the top left corner of the image. That stands for credentials, and that indicates that there's a C2PA label. On Instagram, AI-created content will also display C2PA metadata. So what we're seeing is a growing ecosystem from camera makers to broadcasters, all adopting C2PA, and that's powerful. It means that we can now trace the chain of creation and changes behind digital content. When content is clearly labeled and tied to a brand or organization you trust, you're more likely to trust the content too. At Tickbox, we've been early adopters of C2PA, so I can label content I create, whether real or synthetic, with just a few clicks. If you're curious about how we do that, just follow us on LinkedIn and we'll show you how. Now, I'm planning to apply those same labels to my avatar and to add a layer of trust and transparency. But that raises another question. Will people actually listen to a synthetic avatar? Will they trust it? I reason that I already have a LinkedIn audience, and we're growing across other platforms. If the avatar reflects me closely enough, and it's clear there's a human behind it, then it can carry authority. After all, it's a tool through which I communicate, not a replacement for me. The alternative? I simply don't have enough time to create the videos that are needed for this fast pace of development in copyrights, licensing, text and data mining, opt-outs, and generative AI labeling. I could write quickly, and I often do, but let's be honest, text alone isn't the most engaging way to talk about copyrights and licensing. No offense to any IP attorneys. Video, I think, has more potential to connect. Of course, labeling alone isn't enough to build trust. It's just a starting point. Trust is built holistically. It comes from being transparent about how you created the content, offering context and showing that there's a real, accountable human behind it. I've tried to cover all those bases. I'm clearly labeling my content using open standards. I'm explaining the thinking process behind what I'm doing. And most importantly, there is a responsible human individual, me, directing the avatar and standing behind everything it says. Of course, this is a live experiment, so we have yet to see if my avatar will be fit for purpose and how people respond to it. So stay tuned. I'll be dropping new episodes following this journey every Tuesday and Thursday. Follow me if you're not already doing so, and let me know what you think. Bye for now.